Hello, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Wendy, also known as the Geek Goddess here on YouTube, and today we are doing my July TBR, okay? And I'm excited because not only is it my birthday month, so I plan on reading quite a lot of books that I want to read because, you know, it's my birthday month and I want to choose what I want to read. I have officially also joined Deja from Deja's Book World Tarot Readathon that she's doing in July. So we're going to pick those books together as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in case you guys do not know, Deja from Deja's Book World, she is hosting this tarot readathon that's going to be going out throughout the month of July. And the way that it works is you pick a team, and the teams are divided by the minor arcana. So you have the suit of wands, you have the suit of cups, you have the suit of swords, and you have the suit of pentacles, and you get to choose whatever minor arcana team you would like to be a part of. I almost chose wands because as a professional tarot card reader, wands has always spoketh the most to my inner being, but because I am a part of Deja's Patreon, I decided to join the cups. Plus, each team has its own perks and power-ups that you can use. And I do like the Suit of Cups power-up that we get to use. So basically, the way that this works is you're going to grab a tarot deck, any sort of tarot deck, and you're going to grab a few cards. And there's prompts for each and every single tarot card. And whatever prompt that you get, you have to find a book associated with it. And that's going to be the book that you read for that prompt. And then you get points, and then at the end of the month we see which minor arcana team wins. Every suit has their own perk, and the Suit of Cups, specifically the team that I decided to be on this year, their perk is, it says right here, as a member of Team Cups, you may choose to match a book's cover to the tarot card's colors or imagery instead of using the written prompt for that card, and this has unlimited use. So for example, let's say I'm gonna grab the nearest tarot deck to me. Let's say I grabbed the Ace of Cups, right? And I didn't like the prompt for this one. Instead of getting the Ace of Cups, I can use something either associated with the colors, for example, a blue and pink book, or I can find one that has like water overflowing instead of matching it up with the prompt that's associated with that card. So I really liked that perk because I feel like you can be very open and free with your choices. And because I wanted to make it even more open and free and fun, I decided to grab a whole bunch of my tarot decks and pick a different prompt for each different tarot deck because, again, I love doing tarot card readings. Like, I do this professionally, so I have a lot of tarot decks. And if you guys haven't subscribed since last year, you guys may or may not know that I did a tarot picks my TBR last year that I'll link somewhere here. So I am excited to be doing this readathon. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so I am going to probably pick around 8 different prompts. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get to these 8 books, but I'm going to pick 8 different prompts and see if I can find a corresponding book with each of these tarot prompts. So I also have various tarot decks to use. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do Tarot of the Divine. So this deck is basically based off of different fairy tales. Ooh, okay. We're just going to pick this one, 5 of coins, so 5 of pentacles, and that's going to be our first prompt. All right, so prompt number 1 is the 5 of coins or 5 of pentacles. And for this one, it says, read a book that you don't think will be 5 stars or don't think will be a 5-star read, but you still want to read it anyway. That's a good prompt. That is a really good prompt. I have to look at my shelf. I have to look at what is in front of me. You know what? For this one, I'm probably going to be going with I Found Puppets Living in My Apartment Walls by Ben Farthing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna go with it. This one, I actually found this author on YouTube. This is on YouTube. On Facebook, this is a self-published author, and this book just like popped up randomly, and this is a horror book about a like guy that moves into an apartment building, or I think like his dad like used to work with like puppets, and they used to film this like puppet show there, and now it's like a apartment building, but it looks like there's puppets living in his apartment walls. I think this will be a fun read. I can see it maybe being a 4-star, but I don't see this one being a 5-star yet. It seems like a really fun read that I want to read anyways. Plus, it's a really thin, fast read, so I'm probably gonna have to go with this one for this first prompt. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. Can you see that? Yes. No, maybe you can't. I'll put it this way. There you go. So there's my first book. Okay, so for our next prompt, we're going to use the Haunted House Tarot deck, and we're going to shuffle that. Okay, and this one feels good to me. So this is 8, which is a major arcana. I believe this is the Hermit. 9? No, this is 9. And now we have number 9 in the major arcana. So next is the Hermit, and it says, read a book that you think you can read in just a few sittings. Now for this one, I'm probably going to have to go with Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole because I have been wanting to read this one really bad. It's going to be coming out in one of my reading vlogs that I'm going to be having in July, where I basically read whatever the heck I want because it's my birthday month. So I'm gonna have to go with this one. Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This one, I believe it has to do with this like world that doesn't have magic, and then our main character finds out that she has magic, and I know her name is DM. That's all I know, and I believe there's like a love triangle, and it's very like slow burn romance, like slow burn to the point where like the first book there's like no romance whatsoever. You get no spice, yet it is still an adult fantasy. And I am excited for this. I really want to read this, so this is going to be my choice for this prompt. So for the next tarot deck, I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot. So this is number 3, prompt number 3. The Sun. But this one is also calling to me the High Priestess. Ah! The High Priestess. Okay, so the next prompt is the Sun card, and for this one it says, read a light, fluffy contemporary. And for this one, I'm probably gonna go with Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, because I have been wanting to check out Abby Jimenez's books, and I heard that it's not all fluffy. Like, I heard that there's more plot to it than just strictly romance, so it does have those contemporary elements to it. So I'm excited to check this one out. It does very much feel like a summery vibe, and I want to get to all of Abby Jimenez's books through the summer, or at least the 3 that I have, which is Yours Truly, Part of Your World, and Just for the Summer. So this one will be added to this prompt. Okay, so for the next prompt, we have the High Priestess, which is this one right here. And this is to pick a book with a mystery element. So not necessarily a mystery book, but a book that has a little bit of a mystery to it. And for that, I think I'm gonna go with Heir of Fire, because I'm doing a Throne of Glass reread. Like, I don't even want to give too much away, but at this point, in the third book, we are still trying to figure certain things out in the story. There's a few mysteries there, who the actual bad guy is, as there's just a lot of mystery elements, and this is when the plot really starts to thicken. In the third book is like when the plot really starts to thicken for the Throne of Glass series. There's a lot of mystery elements to it because there's a lot of mystery around what's really going on in this land. So I wanted to add this one. So this one is not exactly a mystery, but it does contain mystery elements, as in there are a lot of things that we still yet do not know in the story that kind of starts to get really pieced together by book 3. Next we have the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. So shuffling these, the Four of Swords. All right, so next is the Four of Swords, which is this right here. And it says, read a book you unapologetically enjoy. Something you know is not a literary masterpiece, but you enjoy anyway. So a reread, which would have probably been like Heir of Fire, but I don't plan on rereading any other book. So I might just have to use my cups, my little cups perk, and then just go with the imagery. So in this image, you can see that we have 4 swords here. And for that, I'm going to read a book that I didn't get to finish in the month of June, which is The Ever King. And as you can see, there is a sword on here as well. So that's going to be the corresponding book for that prompt. So I will be putting that one here, and it's going to be added to my July TBR. Now this is Luna Soul Tarot, so we're shuffling these. Maybe not shuffling it because it wanted to take that card. So we have the Fool. We have a lot of major arcana. And this was the Luna Soul Tarot. And it says, read a book by a new to you author. And this is perfect. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so I'm excited that we got this one. Okay, because I've been dying to read this book, and I have found no reason to like pick it up, but now I have a reason, and that is going to be Zodiac Academy by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. I haven't read from either of these authors, and I've been dying to read these series. I've had this first book for like a couple of years now, and it is about time that I finally pick it up and see what all the hullabaloo is about. I am excited for this. This is a predicted 5-star read for me, just because it gives me like a House of Night vibes, and House of Night was one of my favorite like vampire series, or just series, fantasy, romance, fantasy series of all time, back when I read YA. So to read a new adult sort of version that kind of resembles that, like, I'm all for it. I am all for it. So that is going to be my pick for the Fool card. Next is the Manga Tarot. So grabbing one from here. Ooh, okay, so we have the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands, continue a series you've already started. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat because I wasn't planning on like finishing any series this month. So, or continuing a series this month. That was not on my list. That was just not on my list. So I'm going to take a look at this imagery. We have this like man, and then we have a whole bunch of clouds and sky, right? And he's holding the world and a lot of blue. And so for that, I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to just use my cups power that I have for my cups team and read When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, because I was planning on reading this for this month anyways, for again my reading vlog where I read whatever I want. And this is a chunker. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this in July, but let's hope that I can, because I really don't want to read it. And this one is about dragons, so sky, right? Dragons, I believe they own the land or something like that. It's a fantasy romance, so it runs via the guy. mysterious creatures, okay? So it just, you know, like, it just reminds me, plus the color scheme reminds me of the color scheme from this. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be choosing When the Moon Hatched for this one specifically. Next we have the classic Rider-Waite Tarot. So the Ace of Swords. Can you see you can't even see the rest of my TBR now. It's getting too long. Okay, so the Ace of Swords. And for this one, Ace of Swords, read a debut novel. I'm gonna have to look and see if any of these are like debut novels. And I'm going to take a look at like my list here, the 24 books that I wanted to read in 2024, because I'm very behind on this. So I'm gonna take a look at this and see if any of these are debut novels, and I will get back to you. Hello, we're back. So apparently I found a book that is a part of my 24 books that I wanted to read in 2024 that happens to be a debut, why do I keep saying debut? Debut novel, and that is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is a high epic fantasy, I believe, that is based off of 1001 Nights. I think that's how it was described to me. If I am mistaken, I apologize. But it's about, yeah, it says in this epic, okay, so incredible storytelling, unforgettable characters, and breathtaking adventure collide in this epic debut that will leave you spellbound from fantasy's brightest new star, Chelsea Abdullah. And says neither here nor there, but long ago. Very excited to pick up this one. I will be adding this one as my Ace of Swords pick, so a debut novel. And yeah, so adding that one, it's gonna be a busy month. July is gonna be a busy month. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to pick one card from this deck right here, which is my favorite deck, the Modern Witch Tarot deck. So grabbing one card from here. It's my most beloved and used deck. We got 4 of Wands. And this one says, read a book that features a celebratory event such as a wedding, party, or festival. This is a celebratory event. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I really want to read this before the movie comes out. I want to say that this features a celebratory event because I believe she opens a flower shop, and opening up your own business is definitely something to celebrate because that's not easy to do. So even though it's not a wedding or like prom or whatever, I think that's a really cool, I don't know, I still think that's a celebratory event. I hope that counts because that would definitely be something to celebrate, you know, like actually being able to open up your business, because many people do not or cannot do that. So that's definitely something worth celebrating and a huge milestone in anyone's life. So I'm going to pick It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover for that one specifically. So that is it, you guys. I picked 9 different prompts, okay? And then you guys know that I try to read one nonfiction a month that I have been failing horribly at because I've been wanting to read 12 nonfiction books and I've only gotten 1. I've only read 1. But these are short reads, so maybe I will be able to get through these and then I will be up to 3 instead of just 1. So the first nonfiction pick is going to be Homebody by Rupi Kaur. She also wrote Milk and Honey. I really like her poetry. I've read this book last year and I have it on my Kindle, but it's nice to have a physical copy so now I can highlight her poems. Her poems tend to be very deep and really speak to any woman or human being that has gone through things, and I love her poems. So I'm going to be grabbing this one. And I also plan on reading The Angel Experiment, a 21-day magical adventure to heal your life by Corinne Grillo. Corinne Grillo, because again, it's a very fast read, and I've been wanting to get back into like my spirituality, not religiously, but like my inner spiritual practices, you know, like it's been a while since I had done like tarot and astrology and just even like tapping into that stuff. So it's nice to like get back to that, because that is where I feel happy and like truly at peace within my soul. So I will be picking this one up as well. So that is it, you guys. This is my TBR for July. Please wish me luck, because this is terrifying. This is terrifying. Okay. Wish me luck on this. I'm terrified, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, plus I also have one more book that I'm going to be reading for a reading vlog that I have coming out in July, where I read YouTubers' favorite standalones. I am almost done with that vlog. I just have one more book to go, and that is going to be Larry Reed's from her booktube, and one of her favorite standalone books is For the Fans, so I will be reading that one too. So add that to this growing list, and that is not a like small book, that is a chunker. So anyways, you guys, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as you enjoyed watching it. Please wish me so much luck. Please send your prayers because I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I am going to damn try, okay? And stay tuned, because at the end of the month, I of course am going to have a tarot readathon reading vlog for this, as well as my mixed in with my books that I have in for it's my birthday month, then I can read whatever the hell I want books. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!